It has been 10 years since Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing won at Michigan. That was with Greg Biffle. They do it today with Chris Buescher, win number 14, more than any organization here at Jack Roush's home racetrack. The crew coming in for a hug as well for Chris Buescher, who goes back-to-back. As you mentioned, Rick, 9 straight for Ford here at MIS. Welcome back. It's been all of 8 days, right? So congratulations on the back-to-back wins. Brad said earlier this week, that's the next step, multi-wins. But did you honestly expect it to come this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, that was our plan, right? That's what we come to do every weekend. So first off, just thank you for all the fans that hung out here on Monday with us. It's awesome. Glad we got to get this whole thing in. I know it's been a long weekend, but no, this Castro Mustang was so good in practice qualifying. This team gave me a great car again, and had to work for that one too, and hard racing there at the end, and Martin was very clean with me, and I appreciate that, and get to go to Victory Lane 2 weeks in a row, so that's pretty awesome.
I think these fans thought this was Martin Truex Jr.'s race. How did you guys, first of all, make the car better, and then how did you hold them off after 2 hard charges from the 19?
I think that's the same thing I said yesterday. He came by us a few times and was flying, so some really good changes. Got this Mustang in a good place to win here at Michigan for Ford, for Jack. Brad's home track. It's everybody's home track on our team but me, so it's a cool victory here. I gotta say, missing my wife. She hasn't been at the last 2 wins now, so 3 wins. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna have to get her to a racetrack soon. So, but I didn't thank her last week, and I know she puts up with a lot. So, wish she was here, and we'll get to celebrate now.
Back-to-back for you. Brad finishes 4th today, your boss man. What kind of statement is that? Is RFK saying, hey, we're the best Ford team in the garage area right now?
I mean, results will do it, right? And, we've got work to do yet, but that's massive progress right there for us to do 2 vastly different racetracks. And we got road races coming up. I'm excited for those too, and Daytona. So, I don't know, I look at the schedule we have ahead of us, and this is a heck of a time to get turned on and get rolling.
What an effort for Chris Buescher, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing in front of the Michigan fans. Jack Roush's home racetrack. He puts it in victory lane back-to-back weeks, Rick.
And a runner-up finish for Martin Truex Jr. after a great battle with Chris Buescher. We saw the side draft. We saw him breaking up your air. What more did you need? Could you have done anything differently there in the closing laps?
Not really, no. I think we just needed maybe a little bit longer run to wear the tires some more. Felt like we were a little better, but it's just really hard to pass the leader on equal tires. So we had an unbelievable auto owner's Camry today, and hats off to everybody that puts in the work on these things. Toyota TRD, Bass Pro Research, everybody that supports us. And it was a rocket. It's just, the leader in clean air is really, really hard to pass. So just didn't quite have enough, but all in all, a good day.
What's the big takeaway as you get closer to the playoffs and see what this team's able to bring to the racetrack?
We're excited. It's every week we feel like we have a shot to win. So that's all I can ask for. It's exciting coming to the track every weekend, knowing what these guys are going to bring me. So hopefully we can keep it up. And it would have been nice to get a win today, but all in all, it was a good day. Just strategy kind of shook us up a little bit, and we were luckily able to get our track position back all day just because of our speed. Man, that one more stinks. It's been tough to get a win here. We've been really good in the past, but just can't get it done. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe next year.
And a 3rd place finish for Denny Hamlin. After an issue on pit road, you stalled it, couldn't get it refired. What happened?
Yeah, I stalled it, couldn't get refired. And then, something with the ECU, just had to recycle it there. But, I thought we were really close with the 19. I thought maybe it was a skosh better. He got through traffic better than I did all day. And then if you're listening to the podcast, I said the 17 was pretty good. So there was no shock. He showed some speed yesterday, showed some things on the track that I thought caught my eye. And so, track position was king. We just never got to be up towards the front enough until the very end. But proud of the whole Mavis team, and we'll just go on to the next one.
How different was the track from yesterday today?
It wasn't a whole lot different. It just, with these conditions, cooler, cloudy, more on throttle time, harder to pass. But that, That's kind of what you get here at Michigan. It is a track position, track strategy, track, very similar to Pocono, and they did their best.
Podium finish for Denny Hamlin and this team. And Kyle Larson comes home in the 5th position. A great rebound for you guys after looks like you may have gotten a little bit of damage during a late race incident. How'd you pull it off?
Yeah, I mean, we thankfully didn't get caught up in that wreck more than I guess we did. I felt a little bit slower after that. You know, I felt like we were, great car, compared to the 19 throughout yesterday, and then up until then. And then after that, I just didn't feel like super fast on speed, and our balance would kind of go away in the longer run. But Cliff and everybody on the 5 team did a great job with the pit strategy as always, and you're able to leapfrog some guys when the green flag stops and come away with the top 5. So happy with that. Good points day all around. Need that. So yeah, move on to some road course here, see what we got. But all in all, happy about the day, and head off to Iowa now and go race sprint car tonight.
Was the race as chaotic behind the wheel as it felt watching it?
Yeah. I mean, restarts and stuff were crazy. Kind of had to be aggressive, but then also I found more success like just getting a buddy out there and pushing him. When he would make moves, I could push. So like the 48 early on, he could like get to position on people and they would slow down. I'd pick them up and go. Same with the 23 on that last long run. And I felt like that kind of, I feel like here in Pocono, you're racing time more than anything. So I felt like that was the best, for where our pit strategy was going. We just needed to kind of make as much lap time as we could. So I was working with others. And then we had a decent car there at the end of past a few more guys to get to the top 5.
Solid day for Kyle Larson and this team.
Let's chat with the boss man, Brad Keselowski, who winds up 4th today. I think when you mentioned the multi-win per year thing on Saturday, I don't think you thought it was coming this weekend, did you?
You hope, right, Marty? But yeah, it seemed like most of the race, the 19-11 car were just dominant. And then right at the end, we made some adjustments on both of our cars and found some speed, and Chris was able to hold off Martin, and I was running all of them down. I think was flying with our Nexus at Ford. So really happy for all the folks at Castro and for RFK. This is there's a lot of work going on here, and we're digging deep and getting the results, and I'm just so thankful and proud for everyone at RFK.
Brad, this seems to be a bit of a statement win for RFK to be able to do it on a short track 8 days ago and to come back and do it at a 2-mile racetrack. In your opinion, I know you're obviously biased, is RFK saying, hey, we're the best Ford team in the garage area?
Yeah, we're letting our results speak for themselves, and Chris has done a heck of a job driving the car, and when you can win, it feels really good, but we got to keep some humbleness and keep our head down. There's some great competition out here.
Let's talk about your day real quick. 2nd most points earned. I know that's what you and Matt McCall had your eye on today, was that points gain, and it obviously was a big one.
Yeah, I scored a lot of points. I mean, obviously we want to win. The speed we showed at the end was enough to win the race. But at the beginning and early part of the race, we were really only good enough to probably run 10th. And, so, we went for a points mode, and then the speed showed. I'm like, dang, maybe we shouldn't have gone for points, but that's part of how it always plays out. So, all in all, a really strong day for both teams here at RFK, and really proud.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.